얘라고 가르쳐서.
그게 남들 중국집으로 한테 가래 개민주를 개민주는 비게 정하나 그 정한 그랬어. 한테 지신 근데 자와도 로규단들이 새로 한테 갑자기 잘해 경식에서 잘해 걸려 경식
때문에 다 사대가 되셔야 되고
사대가 자와대야 동자단들 대래 동자단신 효디절에 경제도 경제진 동자단도 그런 간들에 짜든지 짜게 여러 근데 간제지가 돼도 단다 티셔 너무 붙여요 짜대라만 대래로 디종만 네 자는 줄도 쓰다 네 나서 쉬우셔 알았어요 누가 누가라 대대가 누가다 사대를 줘다요 누가라 어디 사대 되나마도 수조세 되나마요 대고는 자와시오래 자와시
고간다나도 고
배축스 권나서 된다
자와시는 같이 해줘
자와시 드네 마람비 수고 찾은 마람비 마람비진 샤라 요로 샤라 til에 경자 당문하기 샤신 카시게 겨와 미시요래 니다다냐 본들이 시지 한 지레야 겨와 시시 지 나와 로균야도 지레야 자리 타고 딘데 본부딘데 두도 겨신 미숨 서가 쉬어 인터넷에 지에 수고 가서가 로다지 직 세면하나야 세면다지 철전당서 열어 겨와다딘데 규시 미숨을 좀 다양합니다
양습을 줄바지 다 놀라서래 배치시 요래 제가 고상요래 그 셈을 제대로 셈티스게 개체 시라래 셈을 제대로 나살 배도요래 되게 매지 매도하고 봐 매당 매지 보고 말다 이제 장대에도 보셔다면도 회사 재셔 회사쇼 사람자 투예요 말에 이제 칼리를 쉬는 매시고 말 제랑도 혼자고 제쇼 제랑 된다 말에 그 집에 된다라 도송다를 체제를 야부시다래 영화 삼르를 제쇼 다야 아가네 된바 주요래 러브 제쇼 회난 말에
The Free Tibet campaign is a worldwide movement of volunteers who wish to highlight the illegal killings and imprisonment of Tibetan people. The Free Tibet campaign displayed flags during the state visit of the Chinese Premier in London. The Free Tibet flags were confiscated by British police officers. The peaceful protesters were often arrested and dragged away for no apparent reason. Some were even assaulted and beaten by British police officers.
I'm not young, haven't got long hair in dreadlocks, and I'm not covered in rings all over the show. I've always felt strongly about Tibet and about what's going on in China on the political front. The fact that they've still got detainees in prison who were at Tiananmen Square 10 or 11 years ago. That is bloody awful, and something has to be done. And I think in a case like this where the government won't do anything, it's always down to the people to do something instead.
Free Tibet! Free Tibet! Free Tibet! Free Tibet! Free Tibet!
The police officers carrying out these illegal arrests are mostly members of Freemasonry. Freemasonry is more than just a secret society. Freemasonry is actually a religion. Freemasons pray to a tri-pantheon god, one facet of which is the warmongering Baal deity. Freemasonry is the most popular occult religion amongst police officers, judges, and barristers, such as Mr. Tony Blair. The spiritual master and head of state in Tibet is the Dalai Lama, who has written many excellent books promoting the benefits of meditation and compassion. Even though the Dalai Lama is a man of peace, he speaks good English and is recognized for his statesmanship. He was refused an audience with Queen Elizabeth of Great Britain. However, the British royal family, who have members that are active Freemasons, greeted the leader of the murdering communist Chinese government with a full state ceremony. Clements Kuby and Mike Lemley are two filmmakers who have made excellent documentaries about the tyrannical genocide in Tibet. It is clear from these films that Kurt Weidemann of the Washington State Department utterly denies the evidence of genocide against Tibet.
Official U.S. policy has consistently regarded Tibet as a part of China, although an autonomous region within China.
My crime was that in 1959, I signed a statement saying that Tibet was an independent country. For that, I spent 17 years in Chinese prisons and concentration camps.
We have no evidence at this point that the Chinese government is engaged in any policy or in any actions aimed at wiping out the Tibetans, or in short, reflecting a policy of genocide either against the Tibetan people themselves or against their culture.
I mean, Tibetans are no longer wearing Tibetan clothes. Tibetans are not talking Tibetan. All the Chinese wear Chinese. It is the blue uniform, everybody. And the monasteries are no longer a monastery. And no monks are there.
They used to have mobile clinics which would go from village to village and just get the women together and get them sterilized. Or even women who were pregnant in their 9th month were made to abort their children.
At one point in this interview, we see that his mind control programming breaks down.
What about self-determination for Tibetans?
On the BBC Newsnight programme, we see a Chinese government minister also displaying signs of heavy mind control.
Can you explain to us on the political situation why there has been no response from your government to the Dalai Lama's proposal in Strasbourg of nearly 3 years ago now about an arrangement between him and fellow Tibetans and your government?
In 1988 in Strasbourg, the Dalai Lama proposed to make Tibet a democratic political entity governed by itself, which maintains relations of alliance with China. And what does it mean?
Well, it's suggesting, he's suggesting that they be given autonomy in internal affairs, that they give to you
I just
control.
quote what he said in his proposal. It's nothing new. We think it's nothing new, but another version of the statement that China holds only suzerainty, not sovereignty over Tibet. We heard of this kind of clamoring at the beginning of this century.